Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2014. Yesterday there was a terrible mine explosion in Turkey. It was in the town of Soma, about 75 miles northeast of the Aegean coastal city of Izmir. Apparently, according to the Prime Minister of Turkey, the death toll there now is 232 miners. They were trapped more than a mile underground following an explosion on Tuesday night. It's unlikely, apparently, that any of them are going to be recovered alive now. There apparently are also a total of 300 workers unaccounted for, and the Prime Minister is saying 232 of them are dead, so this death toll is expected to rise. In West Virginia, also on Monday evening, there was a coal mine collapse. This occurred in a town about 50 miles south of the capital of Charleston. 2 miners were killed. The 2 workers were killed in an underground coal mine performing a risky method known as retreat mining, where the roof is intentionally collapsed to retrieve more coal. Retreat mining has been going on for generations and is considered standard practice in mines where coal reserves are running out. This is what it involves. It involves yanking out supporting pillars of coal from inside the mine and letting the roof collapse as miners and equipment work their way out. Anti-China mobs in Vietnam are on the rampage now for the 3rd day in a row. Apparently they've set 15 foreign-owned factories on fire. Groups as big as 20,000 people are moving around various industrial parks protesting the Chinese claims on offshore islands from Vietnam. The Chinese have dragged a deep-water oil rig there. Protests were initially peaceful, but apparently, according to the Vietnamese government, were then hijacked by, quote, extremists who incited people to break into the factories and set them on fire. Hundreds of other factories were looted, 15 factories were burned, hundreds of others were looted, and attacks on security guards and unidentified foreign experts were included. Firm order terms on USAA's Mammoth Catastrophe Treaty Program, this would be the United States Automobile Association, based down in San Antonio, have been released. They show a reduction in reinsurance prices as high as 25%. The terms of the June 1 renewal suggest that the ultra-soft catastrophe reinsurance renewal picture in the U.S. is far from confined to Florida. One section of the treaty was down about 25%. Another section of it was down only about 12%. The military insurer buys one of the biggest U.S. nationwide cat treaties in the market. So this bottom has not been found yet. Reinsurance prices continue to drop, especially in the catastrophe area. People are moving into casualty reinsurance or casualty insurance. One such company that's doing that successfully is Catlin, the operator of the biggest syndicate at Lloyd's. They said that their premium income rose 9% in the first quarter of 2014. Their casualty division posted the strongest growth, with premiums up 12%. Hardy Underwriting, a syndicate in Lloyd's, is also moving into casualty. They've appointed former QBE underwriter Craig Bennett as its new head of casualty underwriting. According to the CEO of Hardy, David Brosnan, this is very exciting news for us as we move into the casualty arena. Diversifying our book will drive profitable growth. Tower Group, which has been in trouble for some time, has received an offer, apparently a non-binding one, to acquire the company for $3.75 a share. This is about a 50% premium from the offer that came from AmTrust. The offer comes from a company called Southeastern, it's a Southeastern European insurer called Euroins Insurance Group, EIG. The company is a U.S. and international specialty insurer. It's part of the Eurohold Group. It's listed on the Sofia and Warsaw stock exchanges. It describes itself as the largest independent reinsurance group in Southeast Europe. It's got operations in Romania, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Serbia, and Turkey. The spread of the potentially fatal Middle East respiratory syndrome, MERS, has become more serious and urgent, according to the World Health Organization. But they are reluctant to term it a global health emergency at this point. They say that such a categorization is a major act and can raise anxieties. There have been 500 cases of MERS in 17 countries, including 145 deaths. 2 cases have been confirmed in the U.S. There is no vaccine or treatment. It's a coronavirus, the same group of viruses as the common cold. It attacks the respiratory symptoms and can lead to pneumonia or kidney failure. The U.S. Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel got a first-hand brush with MERS on Wednesday before a meeting in Saudi Arabia with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Everyone entering the room with the Defense Secretary unwittingly passed by a device screening for fever. The government said that reporters were told that they were checking for people who might be infected with the virus. They found no one with a raised temperature, so the secretary was able to go on with his meeting. In what must have been a grisly scene in England this morning after a 4 a.m. accident on the M62 motorway in Greater Manchester, more than 1,000 chickens have been killed after a truck was involved in a collision. The truck was carrying 6,000 chickens when it hit a safety barrier on the eastbound carriageway between junctions 11 and 12. About 1,500 birds were killed and a number escaped. The majority of the chickens died from the impact of the crash, but several hundred more were injured or killed by cars. Terrible scene. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.